Welcome to this week's installment of Motherfucker Stats. This week's installment is presented by Trust the Shooter. So what we're going to be looking at today is 2 Cold 26 stats. First off, we're going to take a look at his Hibana. And what I want everybody to understand is that the numbers on the page paint a picture of who they are. It's literally raw numbers painting a beautiful picture of who they are as a gamer. So what you're going to want to take a look at is his 1 KD, but that results in a 1.24 win-loss ratio. Now, for those that don't know, that's pretty good, 1.24, and to his defense, he plays as Hibana in casual and ranked, so if he only played in casual, it would be a lot higher, and if he only played in ranked, maybe it'd be a smidge lower, but it wouldn't be a lot lower. So that's a good indication that he gets dubs when he runs Hibana. His playtime 61 hours, that's a lot, by the way. I have like 40 for like my top couple, and he's played less than me. He's a lot lower level clearance. So that's a lot of playtime in Hibana. You see his mute stats, that's a .69. I mean, that's a good number to have, but not a good for if it's your KD. That's how that joke goes. But the win-loss is .97. That means his win-loss is higher than his KD. I mean, that's the goal, I guess. See, that's the thing. That's the goal for intangible players. As long as your win-loss is higher than your KD, then you're a good player. And, oh, man, it feels so gross saying that because I haven't really thought about it, but does that make sense? Because as long as you're winning, right? Because your call-outs in Rainbow is such a team dynamic game. As long as you're winning, because in my opinion, winning is the intangibles in this game. It's the call-out, like, hey, they're over there. Hey, I died there by that guy. He's got this much health in that corner. He may go this route because he's on this flank pattern. There's this many people left alive. One of them was spotted over there. All this stuff, your homie Bruce can give you. That's why, as you see here, he runs a Mute, a Hibana, an IQ, a Thatcher, a Valkyrie, a Castle. Like, these are all intangible, team-oriented players. Pay no mind to his 51 kills and 133 deaths. With a .38 KD of smoke, gas is what he smokes. His Valkyrie is a .82 KD, but it's .92 win-loss. And he runs Valkyrie when we need it the most, and same thing with Mute. Those are ranked. Those are raw ranked numbers. And he's still floating near a 1 win-loss, and he's getting those little KDs. And so that means he's holding his own. He's almost breaking even in the games that he's in with us. He's doing his job at least, and that's all you could really ask for. Because we're gonna go take a look at this week's Star Player of the Week, and I don't know if this will be a series. And Star Player of the Week Corey stats we're going to look at because they are picture perfect. So what we have here is Thermite, who represents his lifetime values. Rook, who represents his older defensive stats and play style. Twitch, who represents his new style. And same thing with Jaeger. And then Thatcher is just when he wants to be intangible. And I did not know we had a sneaky Valkyrie main in our midst with a 1.26 KD. But only a 1 win-loss. So remember, Bruce's ratio is like dog shit KD. But almost average win-loss, and his stats is impressive KD, average Bruce win-loss. Same thing with his same thing with the Thatcher, but not for anybody else. But when he runs the intangible players like Bruce runs, you see his win-loss goes straight down. I don't know what that means, honestly. We're having a live revelation. I mean, his KDs are nice, but when he runs the intangible players, his KD is still the same as Bruce's. I don't know. Maybe it's just, maybe we're missing those players on our team, and when he has to do it, he can't get the dub as much as a better intangible player like when we played with C-Plan. But I don't know. Maybe I'll look into C-Plans for the bonus clip of the week. Maybe we'll come back to that later. Okay. Anyways, back to the main point. Thermite stats you see with a 1.21 KD and a 1.1 win-loss. This is all done in ranked and casual lifetime, because as you see by his time played, 103 hours, that's just insane. And the same thing with his Rook. But what I want you to focus on is his Twitch. His 1.19 KD is Twitch. That's ranked and casual. Definitely a lot in ranked. 1.34 win-loss. That's fucking dope, by the way. So remember, that eclipses Bruce's when he's Hibana. And his Corey's win-loss is higher than his KD as Twitch. So that's really all you can ever really ask for. It's doing the intangible things when he's Twitch, and it shows up in the statistics, apparently. I mean, because he can run Twitch, we might not need a Thatcher, and it relieves one of our other players to be a Slayer, and they can get kills. And if Twitch is also a tactical operator and a killing operator, so it gives it to a purpose. Same thing with Jaeger a little bit. Not really, but, I mean, barbed wire is important, and his Jaeger devices are important to stop grenades and glasses sometimes, And so his stats, you see a 1.27, which is a solid KD, just like his Rook build, which is impressive for it to be a Roman Rook and a Roman Crook. By the way, let's give props to a 1.27 Rook main, by the way, KD. Can we give it up for that? That's what we call an anchor and a defensive stopper. Those are impressive stats. We give credit where credit is due around here. So we'll give you that. And then to take away, but he has a 1.1. He has a higher KD with his Jaeger than his win-loss. Higher win-loss with his Twitch. His win-loss and KD with Rook are so close. Okay, we're going to take a moment, by the way, to point out the fact that if you put a elite player like Corey in the job as an anchor and strategic defensive holder, he not only gets wins, he gets the KD. That's impressive, by the way. Keep an eye on that. That's an important stat, by the way. Keep that always in mind. If there's a guy in your crew that has similar stats that stand out like that, that's who you want on rounds that matter. Go, hey, get back in OBJ, camp in there, let someone else roam. You're way more reliable if someone's not inside OBJ. And so that's what you take away from that stat. And the main stat from Corey's I want everybody to take away from is he has a 1.53 KD with Frost and a 1.07 with Mirror. So somehow he's a better Frost main than Mirror main. It's crazy. So his Frost, I mean, he barely plays his Frost. It's like 15 hours, but it's just funny to see how good his stats look. So his win-loss is 1.1, though, so he's dropping away. He's still getting L's. So there's that. All right, but this has been a great episode. I want to thank you for watching. Peace out. Skirt. Skirt, skirt.